On a crisp autumn morning, the sun filtered through the trees, illuminating the vibrant colors of the season in a bustling neighborhood. Among the cars lining the street was Maya, a single mother juggling the demands of life and work while caring for her 7-year-old son, Eli. She sighed, kneeling beside her old sedan with a flat tire, feeling the pressure of the day piling on her shoulders. As she wrestled with the spare tire, frustration bubbled within her. She had a hectic day ahead, and the last thing she needed was car trouble. Just then, she heard footsteps approaching and looked up to see a friendly figure. "Need a hand?" called out Jamal, a local mechanic known for his kindness. In his late 20s, he had a warm smile that instantly put Maya at ease. He approached with an air of confidence, kneeling down beside her without hesitation. "Let me take a look." Maya felt a wave of relief wash over her. "I don't want to impose," she replied, glancing at the time on her phone. "I'm just trying to get to work." "Don't worry about it. I've got time," Jamal reassured her, already retrieving tools from his truck. As he worked on the flat tire, the two began to chat, their initial awkwardness fading away. Jamal listened intently as Maya spoke about her life, sharing snippets of her challenges as a single mom, balancing work, bills, and the constant worry of providing for Eli. "I work 2 jobs just to make ends meet," Maya confessed, her voice tinged with exhaustion. "Sometimes it feels overwhelming." Jamal nodded empathetically, sharing his own story of passion for cars and his dream of opening his own shop one day. His eyes sparkled as he spoke about the thrill of restoring vintage cars and the satisfaction of helping others. "I've always loved working with my hands," he explained. "There's something special about fixing something that's broken." As he tightened the last lug nut, Maya couldn't help but admire his skill and dedication. "Thank you so much," she said sincerely, feeling a warmth in her chest. "You have no idea how much this means to me." Once the tire was fixed, she insisted on offering him something in return. "Can I at least buy you lunch?" she asked, hoping to express her gratitude. Jamal chuckled, shaking his head. "Nah, just pay it forward. Help someone else in need." As they exchanged numbers, promising to keep in touch, Maya felt a flicker of hope. Not only was her car fixed, but she had also made a new friend, someone who understood the struggles of everyday life. As she drove away, the weight on her shoulders felt a little lighter. Jamal had reminded her that kindness still existed in the world, and maybe, just maybe, she wouldn't have to face her challenges alone. Little did she know, this chance encounter would change the course of her life and Eli's in ways she could never have imagined. The bond they began to form that day was just the beginning of a beautiful journey ahead. As Jamal tightened the last lug nut on Maya's car, he stole a glance at her, noticing the tired lines etched on her face, a testament to the struggles she faced daily. "You're doing an incredible job," he said sincerely, his voice warm and genuine. "It's not easy, I know." Maya was taken aback by his unexpected kindness. A simple compliment from a stranger felt like a breath of fresh air. "It's tough sometimes, but I love my son more than anything," she replied, her heart swelling with gratitude. She admired Jamal's willingness to lend a hand without any expectation of reward. It was rare to encounter someone so selfless, especially in a world that often felt overwhelmingly challenging. As he finished up, Maya felt a rush of relief. The flat tire that had threatened to derail her day was now just a fleeting obstacle. Once the tire was fixed and Jamal wiped his hands on a rag, she turned to him, wanting to express her gratitude. "Can I at least buy you lunch?" she asked, hoping to repay his kindness in some small way. The thought of just walking away without showing appreciation felt wrong. Jamal chuckled, shaking his head as he packed up his tools. "Nah, just pay it forward. Help someone else in need," he replied, his smile infectious. There was a sincerity in his eyes that struck Maya deeply, and she found her own smile mirroring his. Though he declined her offer, Jamal's words lingered in her mind. As they exchanged numbers, promising to keep in touch, a sense of connection blossomed between them. In that brief moment, They had shared stories, laughter, and a glimpse into each other's lives. As Maya slid into the driver's seat and started the engine, she felt lighter than she had in weeks. The pressures of work and motherhood still loomed, but the encounter had stirred something within her, a sense of hope and community that she hadn't realized she needed. Driving away, she glanced in the rearview mirror, catching one last sight of Jamal waving. It struck her how much of a difference a simple act of kindness could make. She had begun her day feeling overwhelmed and isolated, but now she felt buoyed by a newfound friendship. Jamal's spirit of generosity resonated with her, inspiring her to think about the ways she could show kindness to others. Maybe she could volunteer at Eli's school or help a neighbor in need. The possibilities felt endless, and with them came a renewed sense of purpose. In the days that followed, Maya found herself thinking about Jamal more often. They texted occasionally, sharing snippets about their days, and each message brought a smile to her face. She appreciated having someone to talk to who understood the challenges of balancing life's demands. Their budding friendship was a reminder that there were still good people in the world, and perhaps, in time, this connection could blossom into something more profound. As Maya navigated the complexities of being a single mom, she felt grateful for the chance encounter that had not only fixed her tire, but also sparked the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Little did she know, this was only the start of a journey that would change their lives forever. Section 3. The proposal days turned into weeks, and as time passed, Jamal and Maya's connection deepened. Their texts and calls became a regular part of their lives, and the initial light-hearted banter evolved into conversations that delved into their hopes, dreams, and struggles. Jamal had become more than just a helpful mechanic. He was a comforting presence in Maya's life, offering encouragement that felt like a lifeline amidst her daily challenges. Maya often looked forward to hearing Jamal's voice after long, exhausting days. His laughter had a way of lifting her spirits, and their conversation seemed to flow effortlessly, like two old friends reconnecting. They shared personal stories, the little victories of their days, and the burdens that weighed heavily on their hearts. Jamal spoke about his aspirations of opening his own auto repair shop, while Maya shared tales of Eli's antics, the joys of motherhood, and the relentless juggling act she performed daily. One evening, after a particularly demanding day at work, Maya found herself sitting on her porch as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. She felt a heaviness in her heart, the kind that comes when you're overwhelmed yet uncertain about how to voice it. The responsibilities of single motherhood were ever present, and she often felt like she was shouldering the world alone. Just then her phone buzzed, and it was Jamal checking in. After their usual exchange of pleasantries, Maya hesitated, feeling the weight of something important on her mind. "Jamal," she began, her voice slightly trembling. "I know this might sound crazy, but I've been thinking." She paused, gathering her thoughts. "You've been such a positive force in my life. My son Eli doesn't have a father figure, and I can't help but wonder, would you ever consider being in his life?" The question hung in the air, heavy and charged with possibility. Silence enveloped them for a moment, and Maya's heart raced as she waited for Jamal's response. Had she overstepped? Would he pull away, realizing the gravity of what she was asking? Finally, Jamal broke the silence, his tone calm and thoughtful. "Maya, I'm honored you'd even think of that," he said. "It's a big responsibility, but I care about you and Eli. I'd love to be a part of his life." His words washed over her like a soothing balm, erasing her doubts. Relief flooded through Maya, and she felt a warmth spreading in her chest. "Really? You'd want to?" she asked, a hint of disbelief in her voice. "Absolutely," Jamal replied, his enthusiasm evident. "I've seen how hard you work and the love you have for Eli. I think I could help in some way. I've always wanted to be a mentor to kids. I just didn't know how it would happen." Maya's heart swelled with gratitude. In Jamal, she saw not just a potential father figure for Eli, but also a partner who understood her struggles and aspirations. "Thank you, Jamal. You have no idea how much this means to me," she said, her voice thick with emotion. They spent the next hour discussing what this would mean for both of them. Jamal expressed his desire to build a relationship with Eli, to be someone he could look up to and rely on. "I want to make sure he knows he's not alone," he said. "I had a strong father figure growing up, and I'd love to give that to him too." Maya shared her hopes for Eli's future, her dreams, of him growing up happy and confident. "I just want him to feel loved and supported," she said, her eyes glistening with tears. "You've already made such a difference in our lives, Jamal." As the conversation continued, Maya felt a sense of peace settling over her. This wasn't just about her. It was about creating a nurturing environment for Eli, one where he could flourish. With Jamal's involvement, the idea of facing life's challenges suddenly